Coming up on today's show, Randy Feltface tells us about his political campaign.
I would force Silverchair to get back together.
We'll fill you in on a huge local festival announcement, and Dan will share his top picks from the Newcastle Live gig guide. Streaming from Awabakal and Warramai land, this is The Good Stuff on Newcastle Live.
This is
Good.
good stuff.
The Good Stuff! A brand new music festival called Off the Rails is set to hit Far on the Hill on the 30th of September. The lineup includes Amel and the Sniffers, Full Flower Moon Band, and Down Girl. This is the third music festival that's been announced for the October long weekend alongside Dashville Skyline and Westbest Blockfest. Ticket pre-sale for Off the Rails kicks off tomorrow, July 18th. To find out more, head on over to newcastlelive.com.au or check us out on Facebook to see what everyone's talking about.
This is
good stuff. The hilarious Randy Feltface will bring his show Feltopia to Newcastle City Hall on the 29th of July. We were able to have a bit of a chaotic catch-up online.
Hi, Bonnie. It's great to be here on Newcastle Live.
Thank you so much for joining us. How's the tour been going?
It's great. I love it. It's been an incredible tour so far. I have been all over the United States and the UK and some parts of Europe. And now I'm super pumped to be back in Australia. I haven't toured Australia for a couple of years, so...
Yeah, wow. And look, honestly, people around here in Newcastle obviously love you because you're able to keep coming back, even though it has been a few years. But I'd love to know, how do you go about travelling and getting around? Do you just, do you go in luggage or?
Well, clearly I'm driving a car right now. So if this is just going to be a string of questions about how I work, I've got to tell you, Bonnie, I have been on a press junket it's only been 2 days. And the number of questions I've had about what I look like and how I fit in the overhead compartment and do I live in a suitcase? If you're about to launch into a string, I expected better from Newcastle Live.
I'm so sorry.
I want serious questions. I'm a serious comedian.
I do have some serious questions for you, actually. So this time, goodness.
Hang on, I dropped the phone. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
That's better, isn't it? Better lighting. Okay, now
that's beautiful.
Hit me.
So look, you've brought so many shows through before, but this time you're touring Feltopia, which is actually a campaign, which is your natural progression into politics. So tell me, what inspired you to go down this route?
Well, I feel like I've achieved all that I wanted to achieve in comedy. I've traveled the world. I've won the awards. I've, got the accolades. I've dealt with audiences. And I feel like, how can I actually make a difference, now? I'm feeling like my messaging is being lost on late night drunken crowds. So I'm moving into policy. I want to change the world from within the system. And I'm going to start by going after the Lord Mayor's job in Newcastle. And then I'll just work my way up from there.
That sounds like a good way.
With your Lord Mayor?
I think you could do some better things. Surely there's room for improvement everywhere.
What would you have me do if I was the mayor of Newcastle?
Well, actually, I was going to ask you that question. If you did get the top job, say, just here in Newcastle, what would be 5 things that you'd do in your first 100 days?
I would force Silverchair to get back together.
Fantastic.
That'd be number 1. And then I would force them to break up again.
Perfect. That
Days
coincides
later.
with the book?
Yep. Oh, the book. What's the book?
Well, the other boys, other than Daniel, are about to release a book with their
the
side.
tell-all memoir.
Yeah.
I love that. Because Daniel Johns did his podcast. He's had his side of the story.
Exactly.
I'm thrilled to read this. What's it called? Engine Room. Backline.
Backline.
The Other Guys.
The Other Guys. Honestly, I don't know. I should have been more researched.
No. Well, you didn't expect to be talking about Silverchair in this interview. I went straight for Silverchair. First thing I would do, I would ban inbuilt stereo systems on all motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
I would remove all jet skis from the Hunter region. I will vow to make. Oh God, are you still there?
Yeah, I am. What's happened?
I think my phone's running out of battery. This is a disaster. I would make it so that all interviews are conducted in person. No more Zoom, no more Google Meets. And I would make it veganism mandatory.
Fantastic. Look, you're off to a great start. I can't wait to see how everyone here in Newcastle accepts and receives you when you are here.
They're going to hate my policies, but I think they're going to love the show. If I can be serious for 1 second, this is the best show I've done. Will be the best show I've ever brought to Newcastle. That's for sure. So get on board. I'm in a car. I'm desperate to get to Newcastle. I'm starting the drive now.
Fantastic.
And I'll be there 2 weeks before. When is this going on the internet?
Do
it now. Put it up now.
Okay.
Sell me some
I think I've lost you, Randy.
tickets. Hello?
I think I've lost you.
You know what happened then? Oh my God.
You're all blurry,
It's
man.
like my first day as unfucking believable. What an absolute amateur you're dealing with right now. Just the most appalling interview technique of all time. You are amazing. I am so sorry that I have brought such disrepute to Newcastle Live with my lack of technological.
Look, it will be forgiven.
know-how.
It will be forgiven. But look, you're giving yourself a hard time, but you actually have over 600,000 followers on Instagram. Now, I see people all over the world struggling with battling the algorithm. I want to know your secret.
I know. I have a lot of followers on the internet. You think that would make my ability to do an interview over the internet more betterer and not this shit? Do you want to try this again? I'll make time anytime in the next 7 days that suits you. We'll do it. I'll do it while on Wi-Fi, on an actual.
It's actually, I think I've probably gotten everything that I need, right? But I will say thank you so much, Randy, for joining us today. And I can't wait to see you here in Newcastle on the 29th of July.
So much. It was an absolute delight. You're the best. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. I hope this cuts together and you can cut around the technical shit. You're the greatest, Bonnie. I'm so sorry. I owe you lunch.
Yes, you do. Yep. I'll take you up on that. I can't wait. See you soon.
I'll buy you lunch in Newcastle.
I can't wait.
I'm
All right.
so sorry.
Don't be sorry. You're back now.
The show is so much better than this call. I promise.
This is where it sounds good.
Good stuff. From the gig and event guide on Newcastle Live tonight, it's Temple of the Stag, 90s inspired jam night at the Stag and Hunter Hotel. Kickoff at 8 p.m. On Wednesday, Chicks at the Flicks will screen Barbie at Westfield Katara Event Cinemas. The Westwood Whiskey Masterclass will take over Bartholomew's on King Street this Thursday. And it's the Taylor Swift party at Adamstown Bowling Club this Friday night. To keep up to date with everything happening across the week, head to newcastlelive.com.au.
The good stuff.
That's it for the good stuff today. I'd love to say a big thank you to Randy Feltface for joining us. You can catch him live in Newcastle on the 29th of July. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow from 4 p.m. for more of the good stuff.